Hey, what's up guys? Sky here. So in this video I'm going to be, obviously as you already see the title, but this is going to be a complete Fate guide. Again, I always say this at the start of my videos, this isn't a guide to like learn the basics or like beginners. This is like someone who's like played Brawlhalla before, at least semi-decently. And then it's mostly just going to give some really good tips and tricks on Fate that I don't see a lot of people use. But I love this character. This character's my favourite out of every single character. I just adore her. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. So yeah, let's get straight into the video, guys. So I suppose I should cover just like really quickly on the best stance for Fate. Now you do have a few options, so you can run base perfectly fine. Recommended would be to remove one strength and put it into defense if you need a little bit extra defense. Never go dex because dex is useless, but you can go 8 speed, 7 force, and 4 defense. Now, yeah, are you gonna die earlier? Absolutely, but again, it's pretty much like a glass cannon. Fate is pretty much a glass cannon, or the closest thing to a glass cannon, I suppose. Yeah, so I personally go strength stance. I don't know about any of you, I just like my SIGs killing earlier. Just that tiny bit earlier of when I need to. Especially versing a lot of terraces, I kind of want to get it over with as quick as possible. But like 1 speed, you're not really going to feel that too much. You still have 6 speed, which is pretty quick. Or I usually run base. Or if I don't, I'll go dex. So it just depends how I'm feeling. Am I in a speedy mood? Am I in a strength kill mood? That sort of stuff. So yeah, just quickly thought I'd go over the stances and stuff. Okay, so in this part I'm going to be teaching you how to do a 50-50 dodgery with Scythe. Everyone's covered this at this point, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway. So you want to do hard side light. After hard side light, you have one of 2 options, which covers every single dodge, by the way. So for neutral, what you want to do, first I'm going to tell you how to do it. Basically, you hit soft side light, you're going to hold down key and dash forward. So it should look like this. It should look like that. You should stop with your momentum, which can be done by pressing reverse. So like, opposite, just like tap opposite when you do it, and it'll stop your momentum. So yeah. Okay, so now you've got that covered, right? Neutral, basically you side light, you do that, and then you can go from, near SAir. That's pretty simple. Like Scythe isn't really complicated, so yeah. And then you go up. My bad. There you go. Then you go right. Again, my bad. Sorry. They don't really have a dodge, but it's just the game. The bots are really weird, so if they do dodge it, it's just a bot. I promise. So down dodge. Yeah, I suck ass. There you go. And then left. See, like, yeah. They're really annoying, these bots. Oh, sorry. But yeah. Down right. Obviously, yeah, the bot's just gonna dash out of it because it's stupid. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, you get the drift. Yeah. And then, yeah, so you pretty much have a 50-50 dodge rate. So it's either that, or... Oh, sorry, my bad. It's either that, see, or that. So to cover away dodges, basically you just follow the movement if they're dodging away. So pretty simple stuff. What else is there? I guess I should, I'm going to cover it as well. So Actually, I'll cover it in the next section. I'll make it its own section. So yeah, sorry about that. That's pretty much it, I suppose, for this section. Trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's it. Yeah, I've covered all the dodges. You should be good. So.
Triple knockout.
There you go. Okay. This is 0 to death. So yeah, you can pretty much kill someone on most maps like that. So yeah. So basically now I'm going to be explaining what this actually is. I just showed you a like 15-second clip of 0 to death. What it actually is, pretty much, is you cover it in dodge read. So it's on in dodge. So outside like SAir low damage, right? You hit that. They're gonna dodge in. You send them on the active version, okay? You send them on down through the side sig on the active version. You go from there straight after it. Which can hit. There you go, and then you just go for the SAir. It's all timing, by the way. It's really awkward. You're gonna completely miss that SAir and probably fall to your death maybe a few times. But trust me, you gotta get used to it. I still haven't got used to it because I haven't played Fait in a while. Nor have I played the game in a while. And I'm only running on like 3 hours sleep, so yeah, big rip. And I just really do suck ass right now. There you go, right? So yeah, you just gotta get the timing down. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to briefly explain what it actually was that I was showing you. So yeah. Alright, so this is basically covering Fait Orb NSig. Obviously everyone knows, really good move. Yeah, it's really good move. I love it. I love Fait Orb NSig. It just covers the weakness of Orb struggling to kill. Because like the only thing you can do is like jump SAir, or you can like jump Nair. That's not gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? Like a Nair won't kill anything. But you know, SAir doesn't kill till later damages. It used to kill like quite early, but now it doesn't. Obviously they nerf the force and everything. But yeah. In general, you now have it like only Fait Orb NSig, because SAir again won't kill till late damages. So you basically use the NSig as you would another Nair, if that makes sense. Like to reach them up here, you have to actually like jump. But with Orb NSig, it covers that area like so fast. It covers the area just with one click. You know what I'm saying? And especially with platforms like this, Miami Dome is my favorite like map in general. But for this character, it's just amazing. It goes to another level. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the coverage, man. It's absurd. It's so good. So good. But yeah, it just covers it so well. Yeah, it covers that area so damn well of Orb's weaknesses that I think you really need to like learn how to use the SIG. Obviously, you don't really need to learn per se because you just use it, right? Especially if they're floating down and they don't have a dodge, but just NSig, like literally just NSig. They can't do anything. And also it can be used to kill confirm outside of sidelight. So yeah. And also, if I just like give you a brief example of oh my god. Alright, so like right now if they're on a platform and you do a dodge, bro, they're dying at like probably less than that. Yeah. Yeah, like you see that damage? It is a very, it's quite a tight window, to be fair. Very good thing though. But obviously, like the higher you use it, they're just dead, bro. Right, they're dead. It's just an amazing move. So yeah, you can use it like that. You can also use it out of near at low damages anyway. So I think it's jumpable. So is it? Oh no, it is jumpable. It's fine. Because if it wasn't, that'd be pretty scary. But you can sort of follow their movement anyway. So it does cover like a high area. So yeah, you can like sort of do it out in there. Very, very useful move. Learn to use it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I went ahead and actually changed skins, literally just for this, okay? Just a point, like I know this is, it's a Fait video, right? It's a guide. Why am I telling you about my favorite SIG in the game? Well, we'll get on to that, because this is a DSig section, I'm going to be covering how to use it properly. So, the thing is, this is the best move in the game. I'm not like, I don't mean that literally, I just mean the best looking move in the game. Look at that, it's VFX, dude. Look at the VFX. Look at the VFX, man. Oh, they look so damn cool. I love them. It's easily my favorite SIG design in the game. Like, 100%. It's so nice. It's so satisfying to hit, too. It's just amazing. But yeah, anyway. Now that that's covered, let's get on to the way you use it. Now, of course, the move has a lot of force. Alright, the move has a lot of force. It's gonna kill quite good. It's always been a good move, especially like, oh wow, that actually killed. But yeah, it kills really well. How much damage does it do? It does 25 damage, so yeah, pretty good damage again. But the main use for this used to be on the side. It's a lot more punishable now, sadly. You see, if you go ahead and take a look at Egg Soup's video on Fait, so basically if you watch all the old videos of like Fait usage, your Sandstorm, you had like Egg Soup, you got quite a few videos of when she was like pre-nerf. This SIG was so nice, man. It was so good. Like, you could get around it, don't get me wrong. Like, but still, the one issue I have with this move is the fact that it just feels too clunky. For the coverage, it looks fast, but it's really not. Like, it's fairly punishable. The range is very short. It can be easily knocked out by a SAir. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as the move ends, you're there for a decent time. Like, you can't move. You can't really move for a decent amount of time, so it's very punishable. So don't throw this out willy-nilly. I love that word so much, willy-nilly. Anyway, yeah, but it's mostly used for about this distance. I recommend using it this distance in stage. That way you're very unlikely to get punished for it, unless you're versing like guns or, you know, like axe or something like that, because they can just instantly save you. There's no doubt about that. So don't use this move too much because you'll get punished for it. The one use for it that a lot of people don't see as well is out of DLight, so you can actually string it out of DLight. 1 frame, by the way. It's almost a true combo. So yeah, really, really cool. I love that. It's very specific, obviously. I don't know what that was, mate. Yeah. But anyway, our DLight, yeah, you can use that, which is really cool. Yeah, it's just so good. So you have that as a string, which is pretty much undodgeable because no one's gonna dodge that. Like, but you have to get the DLight specific. Yeah, otherwise you get that. So yeah. Unless you hit it. I'm actually finding something out new. Nah, you can't. Oh, anyway. But yeah. Regardless, it's not the safest move to throw out. I only recommend using it on ledge, and learn to the best of your ability when you can recover. So practice the stun time. Look at when you turn blue. See this? See this? This is when you want to. You just want to really get down that timing if you are going to use that move. Like, there's no real specific, like, guaranteed way that of landing this move. It's short range, but it can be used dash in if you know that, like, if you know that they've just whiffed or they've just, like, accidentally spot dodged near the, like, you know, like this, then obviously you can just dash in and do it if you get the spacing right, obviously. So you can just sort of just use it as a punish move. So yeah. Then you have, I didn't really talk about it too much, but sort of just common sense. So I'm gonna get the I kind of didn't want that, but alright. Anyway, okay, so now that the bot is there, alright, so the main thing you want to do is you have active, that's definitely not one. You have this version, and then you have the obviously active forward version. If you're close to the ledge, you always want to send them forward, obviously. But if you're like up here and you use it, you definitely want to send them up. Like, just sort of common sense. So if I hit it like this way, you send them up, because even if it doesn't kill, it's not going to kill over here either. So you may as well send them up, put them in a disadvantaged state, and have them floating around, which and then you could use Fait Orb NSig. So I know this is a bit like a little long section of me rambling, but yeah, this SIG isn't as good as it once was. I wish they'd buffed the recovery, because there's so many other moves in the game that are completely busted that I have like 4 times less recovery than this move. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Artemis Landside suit. Yeah. So that's it for this section. So coming from the last section where I showed you obviously the side sig on ledge that nobody really does, what you can do also is something that I don't see a lot of people. Oh, I'm moving my thing closer to me. You should be able to hear me a little bit better now. I only just realized how far it is. Anyway, yeah. So a thing that people do or tend to do after they hit, you know, side sig, they'll just throw them forward, even if you know it's not going to kill. So right now, at 100 damage at the center stage, I know this sig isn't going to kill. It's going to send them off stage, absolutely. I just recommend using the I just recommend using the active down version at low damages. I think it's like yeah, there you go. So you can do it up to a good like 60-70 damage, I'm pretty sure, of basically when you hit the side sig and you use the active version. You use the active version down to send them downwards. It kills at really low HPs. It won't kill. Yeah, it like that barely killed that barely killed at 210 HP. That's 220, sorry. Yeah, that doesn't even kill at 220. So only use this at low damage. I think it's very useful though, because what a lot of people don't consider is how good it is for throwing your opponent off stage, which is very useful. So even if like what you can do, if you do land on like on stage, for example, you hit it on stage, you can immediately do this, and I'll show you the dodge frame as well. This is really good. It is a 2 dodge frame window. Very useful. Like, not a lot of people are gonna expect this, so like it's really good in my opinion. You can do combos out of it as well, or like strings. I just, not a lot of people do that as well. It can take, like, catch your opponent off guard, because after a signature, they're not really going to expect you to do anything like after that. But yeah, it's very, very useful. If they do dodge anyway, they'll most likely dodge it in, which then you can obviously cover it with like a down hit or something. So yeah. But in general, what you want to do is just throw it downwards and just dash forwards, SAir, because it's unjumpable. It's unjumpable. So if they like they most of the time it hits, right? Just as simple as that. It hits most of the time. You're all good. So yeah. But if it does go off stage, and you send them off stage, what you can do, and I think it works at like 60 damage, the best. Give me a second. What the hell are you doing? Sorry. What the hell are you doing? Are you okay? Inputs? There you go. You can just sort of chase dodge down air or dare, depending on how damaged they are. So yeah, that's really useful. And also dare can lead into SAir at later HPs. That is basically a kill confirm off stage. It's a good way to kill confirm. But most of the time, most people will jump away, which then you can obviously like you can obviously do that to catch them or something. I don't know. But yeah, just some useful things to know. One thing that I don't really see a lot of Fate players using in general, I've never really seen Fate players apart from me use it, I'll really be honest, this isn't like some specific tech that only I've found. Somebody else has probably found it, but it definitely, I've never seen a Fate player that I've played against use it, so you might want to start doing it, because it's very useful, very surprised, it does catch your opponent off guard quite a lot of times. So yeah, basically, you know how Val's players will literally sit on the ledge and then occasionally they'll like side-sig on the stage? Well, basically you can do that with Fate, and it's a very useful thing to know because like, as you can see, I'm below the stage. I'm like literally head below the stage, and then it comes onto the stage. So if anyone's within this area, and I'll quickly turn hitboxes on for you. So if anyone's in this area, they're gonna get caught. What the fuck? Hello? Yeah. Wait a second. So if they're here, it's gonna hit them. Like, they think they're safe, and it ends up hitting them anyway. So yeah, really useful tech to know, and I just highly recommend using it because it's very useful, and nobody does it, so. Okay, so how I talked about Fate Scythe, what I actually completely forgot to mention is actually returning to stage, like full-on returning to stage. So if you've lost a lot of options, or you've like right now I only have one jump left, you can use it to recover like that. It covers a very good distance. Like right now, like it's a very good move for like returning to stage. Really good move. So I'm gonna use all my options and I might die. Yeah, I returned to stage just from that. But yeah, like it's just a really good option for returning to stage. So if you don't have any options left, you can use Fate Orb DSig. Really, really good move. So, also, really weird orb trick. I wouldn't even call it a trick, but returning to stage. You can use dare to get like higher on the stage. Like, I don't think anybody's like realized that you can actually use Orb Dare to like recover. So normally you'd have to jump over, obviously, jump over and jump up. But what you can do with Orb Dare is get up, like, because it like throws you over the stage. Like, yeah, like not a lot of people like even know about this, but it obviously it jumps you back to stage. So like, it can like catch a lot of people off guard. So. And you can pretty much recover, like, you can recover instantly, but it throws you on stage at a pretty decent rate too, like a decent speed. So, especially if you're just coming back from stage, and like you space it right, it'll get you onto stage very nicely instead of just doing this, which is very good. So yeah, and it covers you, I suppose, if you land it on stage like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, just wanted to throw that in there. There really isn't much to say about Fait Orb NSig, as you've seen previously in the video that I've showed you how to cover pretty much every single dodge with Fait NSig. So yeah, really good move. It's quite underrated, and yeah, I really recommend it out of DLight more than anything. Use it out of DLight and learn to read dodges out of that, because it's really useful. Yeah, really good move. And most people will dodge away. I've noticed that most people will dodge away after hitting a DLight, or they'll spot dodge, in which case you can do, obviously, as you can see, or they'll go to, I guess, wait, look at the right, yeah. As you can see, so that covers those both dodges. Really useful. I just noticed people tend to dodge away, or spot dodge. That's pretty much the most common things that I've seen. So, other than that, you have a charged version of. You have the charged version. This is when you can release the full version, which has a very nice hitbox, very big hitbox. It's reminds me a little bit of Yumiko DSig on Hammer, but like in the air. You know what I'm saying, like the weird arc. But yeah, very good move. Obviously, I'd recommend like using it like that. Weird thing you can do is while hit people through the stage. It's really stupid. Give me a second. I don't think this will hit. I think he's a little bit. Oh Jesus Christ. How do I do this? Can you look? I don't know. Why do bots like after Axel, whatever, like here is fine. There you go. So that doesn't hit. Well, I've been hit by it anyway. I don't know why it's not hitting. I guess maybe the. Why is that not hitting? Maybe it's just the stage, but I've definitely like seen people like do this where they'll. Yeah, I've literally been hit by that occasionally, so I don't know why it's not working now. I guess there. It has to be close. That has to be close enough. What? There you go. Yeah, I've seen that. Like, it does hit sort of through the stage. Yeah, like that. Okay. So I have seen some bullshit with that occasionally from a Fait player. So yeah, but that's really like the only place you really use the charge version, unless they're like right above you, in which you can follow their movement and do that, because it like covers like pretty much the area that Fait, like the Orb NSig does. It covers that area. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about it and looking at the like trajectory there, but yeah, it does make sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the NSig. Very good move, obviously, just by itself. Like just a light move in general, so really good move. Yeah. Radio. So this section I'm going to be covering Fait side sig. Okay, so the pros of this sig is it can be used for ledge trapping. Like it's really good for using for ledge trap because of the lingering hitboxes, which a lot of people get surprised by. You'd be surprised. Occasionally, like obviously not all the time, but occasionally you get a spike that'll send them like down, like all the way down there, just from like hitting the side sig because of the lingering hitbox. It'll occasionally like you'll throw up the side sig, it'll look like it missed, but then all of a sudden bonk. Yeah, there they go flying. It's quite funny sometimes, but yeah. It's just really useful. Again, it can be used for ledge trapping, so just learn the recovery of the move, I guess. Like, if you stay here, they can't do anything. They kind of can't do anything. It's really good for ledge trapping. I'd say it's actually better than Orb DSig, in my opinion. I think it's a much better move. It's kind of underrated as a move for ledge trapping, because nobody really considers the lingering hitbox. plus the recovery. There's a little bit of... It's pretty much instant. I was gonna say there's a little bit of startup, but like, what the hell am I talking about, dude? Yeah, the lingering hitboxes will catch people. It's these hitboxes that catch people off guard. So it shoots it out, and then these right here, this is where the lingering hitboxes come in, and it will bonk them so hard. Quickly press that. As you can see, to show where the animation is. Let's see. There you go. As you can see, lingering hitboxes, dude, these will bonk people. They all have the same amount of force as well, so any of these three things catches them after you shot it out, sorry, it will just set them flying. So yeah, really good move. Obviously I only really recommend for like trapping, or what you can do is, I guess, just use it out of reverse DLight, so, oh sorry, reverse D. Now, I really did try to come up with something to use for Fait DSig on Scythe, because like this move is, it could do with a buff, honestly, with startup frames, and I don't know, like, it's a really cool move, but it, like, the hitbox is huge. It sort of reminds me of Mirage's DSig on Scythe, now that I think about it, actually, yeah. But yeah, other than that, it has this star as well, which sort of just tells you where it's going. It's a really still big hitbox and hits sometimes for stupid most reasons. But like, the only time that I can really recommend you use this is, I guess if I go like late HPs. I guess, like, this is the only time I can really think it would work. Yeah, like, just off stage, I guess, but, like, or, I guess if they're, like, returning to stage, maybe, I really don't know what you could really use DSig for, and then also, like, reverse. That's like literally the only use that I can really come up with. So yeah, apologies that there's not something more interesting for DSig, but it's not like the best of moves. It does have a surprisingly low recovery though, like when you look at the frame data. Yeah, like when you look at the move, it does have a low recovery, so I think that's pretty good. Like, really low recovery when you really think about it. I didn't think it was that low. I've never checked the frame data. Yeah, you can jump like really early from that. Obviously, it's not like insane. It's a really pretty punishable move out of neutral, but if you learn how to use this, then go for it. But the only time I can really think that it would be useful is like just reversing it, I guess, or like that, I suppose. It's the only time I could think. What? Does it cover dodges? Right, so it covers that. But yeah, so yeah, I say it would cover a few dodges, which is cool. It always sends up, so that's good. Yeah, it could be useful, but you're just gonna have to find that use for it, I guess. Sorry to sound disappointing. There's not really much I can say, so yeah. Okay, so I guess this is the outro. I guess this is it, you know. It's been a decent road. I've probably been rambling for a little bit too much, but I hope you enjoyed the guide. I hope I just shared some quick tips on actually playing Fait, and yeah, I just want to let you know that I want you to get off my character. So yeah, if you've watched this video till now, stop using my character. But other than that, have a good day, everyone. But I don't really think I can say any more. I haven't got anything else in my head that seems to compute at the moment. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy, guys, and take care of yourselves. And yeah, peace.